So today is definitely one of those days. The day when you're not really feeling it. And I woke up today feeling like that. I'm like, man, like I don't really feel like making a video. And not even that, I don't even feel like going to work today. And I think we all have a lot of those days. And I was trying to think of something to talk about today because I'm like, man, I still got to make a video. But what do I make a video about? Because how am I like, I'm not even feeling encouraged. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even feeling motivated to do it today. And I was like, okay, I'm talking to ChatGPT with some ideas. And I came up with the idea. I was like, well, how do I stay encouraged even when I'm not getting no views, even when I'm not feeling it? And so that's today's video. That's what we're going to talk about. So, this is some things that I do to kind of stay encouraged to get me back in the game. And these are literally things that I was just telling myself before I got on this camera. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. The first one is do it, do it with joy in your heart and with intention. Anything that I try to do in my life, I try to do it with intention. Not I try to, I do it with intention. So even though I'm not feeling it today, how I show up when I'm not feeling it, I think still is a representation of my character as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you respond to things even when you're not comfortable, even when you're upset, even when you're not feeling it? And now I'm not telling you to not, be authentic in who you are, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. But I am saying like still don't I'm not saying fake it till you make it, but I am saying still go in there with like the intent of doing well, still go in there with the intent of showing up, even if this is how you show up. If that makes sense what I'm saying. Like I'm very big on mental health and how you not just how you feeling, but how you are. Consistency and stuff is showing up, but people don't talk about the fact that it's even showing up on your bad days. And it doesn't mean that your 100% yesterday is not going to be your 100% today. You know what I mean? But it's still showing up even if you don't have 100% to give. So, I would still say it's like do it with intention and with joy in your heart. Still find a reason to smile today, even if work ain't one of them. You know, I would say that the second reason is showing up authentically. Like if I'm not feeling it today, I'm not feeling it today. I'm not gonna act like I'm feeling it, but I will, like I said, I will show it with joy in my heart and with intention. But I'm also gonna be honest about where I'm at. If I'm not there 100% of the day, I'm not there. I'll just do the best I can from where I am today. And this is how I approach literally every day of my life. If some days I don't feel it, and then I don't do it. And I'm not saying that I just quit, but if I have like a lot that I scheduled that day and I woke up that day, some days you need to push through, but I'm not always about pushing through. Some days I'm like, hey man, I ain't got it to give today. I'm gonna reschedule this appointment. Because at the end of the day, man, your mind and your body is the most important thing. And I don't want to be morbid, but if you're here today and gone tomorrow, then that stuff really isn't that important. So you shouldn't, I don't think, overwhelm yourself if it's not necessary. I do know sometimes you have to push through in life. We have to push through in life. I have to push through in life. But if you don't have to do it, I wouldn't necessarily force yourself to do it just for the sake of doing it. It is commendable at times, but is that the most healthy and efficient way to run your life? I don't know. So show up authentically. This is what I do. And this is how I am today. I'm here. And I would say the third thing is to find something that encourages you, but also, if you're posting on the internet and stuff, man, just post and go. Don't consume too much anything because your mind can start to go down a rabbit hole. I think whenever I'm feeling like that, I immediately shut off my phone and get grounded. And I know this might be a different video than what I usually make, but I get grounded as quickly as possible. What I mean by getting grounded is I immediately turn my attention from what's going on to how I feel and grounding myself in that moment. So that could be, doing deep breaths. That could be, literally be where I'm standing, be where my feet are at that moment. And I think that's the best way to kind of reground yourself and re-encourage yourself. Because a lot of times, you're in a bad mood and then you watch stuff on social media, it's just gonna make you put you in a worse mood and a worse headspace. So being grounded, being authentic in where you feel, but still saying, hey, I'm gonna do this with joy and intent. And I think that'll take you a long way because it'll show you that no matter if my days are good and bad, I'm still coming with the same intention. I'm still coming with the same goal. It's just finding different ways to approach it day in and day out. And then I think the last thing I would say is just stick to your routine. Stick to what works for you. It's not about what works for everybody else. It's not about your video being better than everybody else. It's about your video being true to who you are, and then you attracting the people that like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who I am. Like, I'm literally going to work after this. And for me to show up as anybody else would not be authentic. You know, yes, I'm a candle maker. Yes, I'm a content creator, but I'm also a dad. I'm also, you know what I'm saying, boyfriend. I'm also, you know what I mean, a worker. I'm a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? So this is who I am today. This is who I am every day. And you just got to show up as that. So I hope this video helps. If it does, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, peace.